Hello friends, welcome back. I hope you're feeling well and easy today. Before I continue, I'd like to let everyone know that this channel is a safe space that encourages healthy and fun conversations. With that in mind, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Recently, during the KIC 2025 match between Elevate and Alpha 7, we saw something that made my heart stop. Game 5, the decider match, and Elevate locks in Kui.
Ating may falling feathers na animation.
Kuy? Kuy, wag po!
Now, for those of you new to the channel, or new to Honor of Kings generally, welcome. By the way, I have a deep love for this hero. I used to hold the rank of top 29 Kui in the Philippines. I know the joy of that hook connecting. It is one of the most satisfying things in the game. But what we saw in this match was simply tragic. It was frustrating. And when I saw the chat, I saw how people reacted. But today, I want to sit down and really explain why it failed. It wasn't just about missing hooks. It was about a draft that made landing them impossible. With so many new players joining us, let's break it down why this pick happened. Why did I end up picking up Kui in Game 5? Kui is what we call a high variance hero. He is the definition of high risk, high reward. In a professional setting, when the pressure is maximum, teams sometimes look for a miracle, and Kui provides that. If he lands one hook on the enemy marksman or mage, the team gains significant advantage. Elevate wanted to bypass the macro game and win off via mechanical play. But here is the catch, pun intended. Kui is a hero that demands the enemy to make a mistake. He punishes bad positioning. But Alpha 7? They are pros. And more importantly, look at their draft. With their bans, Alpha 7 kinda saw the Kui coming, or they simply respected the threat. They picked a team with full of anti-catch mechanics, high mobility, dashes, cleanses. They essentially built a team that's designed to make Kui's life miserable. This is where reality sets in. If you look at here, Kui tries to hook the enemy, but Lianpo is there with the anti-CC, just go on with his day. At this level of play, players have reaction times that are almost instant. Kui's hook has a loud animation sound. You'll hear it coming. This can give you a short time to react. And when you play against pros, this is basically a signal saying, use your skills now. And Alpha 7 did exactly that. In here, you'll see the enemies trying to force an engagement. But when Kui steps up, the enemy prepares a counter. And once that hook and ulti misses, Kui is just a walking hitbox. He had no shield for his team, no healing, no reliable peel. He becomes a liability. This brings us to a lesson for all of you folks grinding rank right now. We call this draft respect. If you are thinking about maining Kui, you have to look at the enemy team during the draft phase. If you see heroes like Yuan, Arlie, or heroes that has cleanses, you have to ask yourself, can I actually hit them? In that match, Elevate fell into the trap of fishing. They're trying to pick up someone, possibly to throw hooks, hoping for a lucky hit. Against a team composition of Alpha 7, fishing doesn't work. You aren't gonna catch a shark with a worm if the shark has a jetpack. When the enemy has that much mobility, Koi's kill zone, the area where he is most dangerous, shrinks to almost nothing. And that frustration you saw in that match, that's the feeling of a Koi player realizing that their kill zone doesn't exist. So, was it hopeless? Not entirely, but they must have realized it early that the playstyle had to change. And this is the advanced tip for you today. Instead of trying to hook the enemy backline and being a vanguard, Koi needed to become a bodyguard. Save the hook. Hold it. Wait for the enemy to dive onto your team. When an enemy commits to a dive, they usually run out of dashes. That is the moment. It's not as flashy as a max range hook, but it secures a kill. Patience is the hardest mechanic to learn in Honor of Kings. Hell is harder than aiming. It's the discipline not to press the button until you're just sure enough to land your spells. Speaking of spells, battle spells must be considered as well. Will the stun be more viable in that match? Can the enemy escape while Koi is attempting to pop his ultimate? Or will a hook flash combo work? You'd be the judge of that. Will these suggestions going to help win that match? We're not sure. After all, the potential in getting a comeback in Honor of Kings is limitless. At the end of the day, we have to give our GGs to Alpha 7. They dismantled the strategy perfectly. And to elevate, I feel your pain. But it could also be an opportunity for you guys to go back to the drawing board. Study the draft, learn something from it, and move on. I hope this breakdown helped you guys to understand that sometimes a bad performance is just a bad matchup. Hey, if you're jumping into Honor of Kings for the first time, don't be scared to try Koi. Just maybe check the enemy lineup first, cause Koi had some conditions that need to meet, just like other heroes. Let me know in the comments, what is the hardest hero for you to lend your skill against? I'd love to hear your stories. Thank you for spending this time with me, and take care of your health, and I'll see you in our next video. Goodbye for now.